again. This time I'm further in, way further in than last time, my last video. My kit's a bit lighter this time, so I've come in further. Looking forward to a good overnighter. It's the end of December now, more or less, so yeah, I'm looking forward to my last wild camp of this year, and I look forward to doing many more into, all being well, into 2019. So anyway, I don't think I'm too far away from where I'm going to put camp. In fact, this looks a pretty good spot to me. I have been here in the past, and I know it's a really good place, very peaceful. So I shouldn't get any hassle here today. So this is private woods, and yeah, I might have a fire, I might not. I'll have to decide on that. I'll see how it goes. See how active the woods are today. Like I say, I'm a lot further in, a lot deeper. So hopefully that means less people around. Right. Anyway, I'll tell you a bit about what I'm going to do. My setup today should be, or shall be, with a 3x3 tarp, square tarp. I'm going to do an arrowhead configuration with a wedge cover, albeit. So that's pretty simplistic, nice and easy to set up, and I'll be using my Dutch Army hoop bivvy, but without the hoops, hoopless, because I prefer it that way. I find I get a lot more sleep without the hoops restricting me. So what I'll do is put my bag down, we'll hang it up, and I'll get on setting up, and I'll show you what it's like if you don't know already. Okay, thanks for joining me. Just moved a little bit further up because I've found a better spot, I think, for ground dwelling. I'm going to set a ridge line up between this tree here and this one over here, because the ground's a lot more flat than over there. The previous place where I was just, which is just through there, only just there, because I'm usually in a hammock over there. And as you know, being in a hammock, it's not so vital that you're on level ground, flat ground, but being as I'm ground dwelling, this is ideal here. Right, I'll start setting everything up. See behind me, that's the tarp all set up, 3x3 square tarp. That's in the arrowhead wedge configuration, wedge cover. The wedge, so I believe, is that part of the tent that's coming down to like a canopy there. But I've not used this one before, so it's very spacious, and there's plenty of shelter, and it's very good, I think, so far. But like I say, I've never used it. I've used similar configurations to this, but so far I'm very impressed. See, there's one corner, and there's the other corner on the wedge cover there. So what you do is, what I did was I originally put the ridge line up roughly to, say, like chest height, and then I pinned down the one corner. Right, remember that's the opposite one over there, and there's the ridge line underneath. And what I did then is I came across to the next corner along, and I didn't peg it out straight. I brought it in, say about a foot, about 12 inches, maybe slightly more, and I did exactly the same with the other side. Once I brought them in about 12 inches or 18 inches or so, a foot or so, I pegged them down either side those corners. And then all I did was put the ridge line up until it was taut at these two sides, to either side and at the back, and then I left the prusset knots loose either side on the tarp. So what I did was put it up tight so the back of the tarp was pulled taut, because that's pegged down, remember, and we've just done the two sides either side. Try and work it out. Just done the two sides, so they're pegged down. So I raised up the ridge line, then adjusted the ridge line to the height that I needed to get enough tension across the back there. And when I was happy with that, then I just tightened the ridge line, as we do, as you know. And all I got to worry about then was the wedge with cover. All I've done with the cover is come down to the ground and tied off there. And of course, as you may know, if you watch my other videos, I always have my adjusting knots at the top rather than down at the ground. Why would you want your adjusting knots down there? You've got to bend right down when you can have them at waist height or thereabouts. That's what I do anyway, so I have them there. Just use a taut line hitch, and what was it? I used a event knot down the bottom there, where I've tied off onto the ridge line. I've put my carabiners through the fabric loops of the tarp, and I've also put the carabiners through, well, the ridge line through the carabiners as well, so you haven't got like this sagging down so much, so it holds it up. And the prusset knot to tension to pull that way, and the other one to pull that way. So if I hadn't got that carabiner there, this would want to pull down naturally and hang lower down. But I've just put the carabiner there to say stop doing that, and exactly the same on the other side. One thing I've done on the underside of the tarp is I put like a secondary ridge line underneath, which is going from down the back and up towards the wedge cover at the top here, and that's to hang my candle lantern on, and it's adjustable. I've also put that on like a prusset knot that you use on ridge lines to adjust the tension of your tarp across the ridge line or positioning. So I've done that. I'll show you that now. So there's the original ridge line which I've got underneath, so I can hook onto it here with a candle lantern. Come a bit later on, I'll be able to have that on. Plus, I've also put the secondary ridge line or guideline, whatever you want to call it, right the way down underneath, down to the peg at the back corner where we started from, right up to the ridge line, and tied it off there with an adjustable knot, a taut line hitch. And all I've done, this is just for adjusting the height of the candle lantern. I've put another prusset knot there, as you can see. So on the later on, when it's dark, I can adjust the height of the candle lantern to wherever I need it to be. So I can bring it right down like that if I'm reading, or even lower. I haven't got to worry about it toppling over. Or I can have it right up to the top, right up out the way, like that. And of course it's not going to slip anywhere, because it's on a prusset, and that can't go anywhere at all. I can't believe how fast the light's going. Unbelievable. And typical winter. So, daylight hours, a few far between. I'll show you what I've got inside the Dutch Army hoopless bivvy. As always, throughout the winter and early spring, I've got my 4-season bag, and I've got a pillow, and I've got my Thermarest Neo Air underneath. I do love that. I'll say it every time, it's amazing. And underneath that, underneath the hoopless bivvy, I've got my closed cell foam mat underneath. And tried and tested, I know that'll do me just fine. How beautiful is it here? Well worth the trek in. See the people now. There's no way I'm going to get away with a fire. Having a fire. Some bikers on with the high-vis vests, I think. Let's see if I can get them without them seeing me. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just not worth having a fire. I am going to give myself straight away here. Shame, really. I think what it is, it's because the holidays, isn't it? And everybody's out walking their Christmas dinners off. So, yeah, it's far more active in here than what it normally is. Nobody can see me, but I know for a fact, yeah, I'll push in my luck if I light a fire. It's just not worth it. Let's have a look at the tarp from a bit further away. Looks alright to me. Okay, there are some straight edges obviously, but I could have bought the scrim for that, or the camo netting, but I'm happy. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. And these woods here, from off the trails which are over the other side, it's more or less pitch black in here. So nobody's going to see me in here unless I'm starting fires. Then I'll definitely be asking for it. But I could have, if I wanted to, with this setup, the Arrowhead with wedge cover, I could have, let's have a look. I could have tied off in the centre there. Now the ridge line of the tent, the hoops that I've got, the fabric loops, I could have tied off in the centre there and pulled that out, but there really is no need to, because there's so much room inside there. I think, well, definitely there's enough room for two people to sleep under that setup, and I'm very pleased with it. So I'll definitely be using it again. It's plenty taut enough. Suppose if I was going to have a fire, I'd take the wedge cover off, I'd remove that. Just have a look. So, the wedge cover here, I'd remove this. If I was going to have my little campfire here, what I'd do is, obviously, I'd loosen this off, taut line hitch, and unhook this, loosen it off a little bit more. It's tricky with one hand. Take that off, and obviously all I'd have to do is throw that over the back like that, and there I'd be able to have my campfire here, and then I'd have no worry of burning the hole in the tarp. So I'll have a look from the side, see how much cover we've got over our heads there. Plenty. I could even put the campfire here, or I could move my my ground sheet in a bit. You see, there'd be no danger of sparks or embers getting the tarp if I had my fire somewhere here. Say only a small fire, obviously, just big enough for cooking, but that's what I'd do if I was going to have a fire. Yeah, I come here just to relax and switch off to my thoughts of everyday life, all the rubbish that we gather, and attune to what's going on around me in the woods. The sights, the sounds, the smells. Focus on those in here, and try and empty my mind of all the rubbish that we gather in everyday life. Well, this will be next year by the time this is uploaded, so this is the very end of December. So hopefully in 2019 I'll be doing a little bit more travelling, maybe covering a little bit more distance and not so local with my wild camps. Of course, I will be still doing my covering my regular locations to camping, but I'd like to, you know, travel and maybe visit some people and do some camping with them, their locations, and maybe some people could join me. But yeah, I look forward to all that. Isn't it just beautiful just to be here? You don't have to say anything, really. I mean, look, I don't have to say anything. I think as it's been Christmas, it's only right that I do some mulled wine. What do you reckon? Yeah? Good. I pulled the red wine into my Crusader cup, my trusty Crusader cup. Let's get this lit. Keep my meths in the bottle with the sock around it to take the chill off the meth, so it lights so much easier than what it would do. That much easier. Let's put that on. Put that on there. I'll put a sachet to put in with the red wine to all the spices. Okay, so I think I've got to let that simmer for around 10 minutes or so, I believe. Not that I've ever done it before, as you can tell. But I thought it was a nice festive drink to see out Christmas and bring in the new year. And to say how much I appreciate all my subscribers and viewers, everybody that watches these videos. This is a drink to you and to your health and to your future. And your 2019, I hope it's going to be a fantastic one for you, a really good year. So I've got to leave this for 10 minutes apparently. I'll put the simmering in a bit when I get it up to temperature, and see how it comes out. So I have some cinnamon to put in there. Looking forward to this drink. It's been about 10 minutes now, so I'd say it's ready. Looking forward to this. Perfect coxercise. Twig. So let's try it. Cheers everybody. Oh, that's lovely. The most faintest of traffic noise. You have to really concentrate to hear that. Hear the odd dog bark, but that could be miles and miles away. You see, I've got my hat on now. Thanks to my partner. Thanks, Karen. It's lovely, lovely and warm. So the temperature's dropping down now, and the light's going, as you can see. It won't be long before I have to cook myself some tea. I'm looking forward to that. I'm quite hungry. I'm always hungry anyway, especially when I'm out here. Lovely. It's a very, very slight breeze, hardly anything. But I think there's forecast the odd shower throughout the night. But there's no worry under this, under the Arrowhead with wedge cover set up. There's quite a few ways you could lie down in here. So much room. It's definitely you definitely don't need a 4x4 top. 3x3 is plenty for two people, and for one, it's luxury. Right, as the light's diminishing pretty quickly, I'm going to do myself some food, do myself some tea. Right, let's get this on. Straight away. Sweet. Let's get it to bloom really quickly. Put some fuel around it, all around the burner. Okay. Speeds up the blooming quick. Right, that's just about to do it. Just about to. So, I've already put my olive oil in my pan, ready for my sausages. Something like that. Let that warm up a bit. So obviously I'll do the sausages first. And so I've got sausage, onion and hot chilli sauce on naan bread. Looking forward to it. There's the sausages, well and truly cremated, as you can see. I've split them to make sure that they're thoroughly cooked all the way through. So when out in the field, I always make sure I rather overcook things than undercook, for obviously reasons. Don't want to get food poisoning or anything like that. So everything gets well done out here. Maybe a little too well done, but oh well. Tastes even nicer when it's charred. Stick them in, whack them all in. That smells amazing. Ooh. I think the New Year's resolution is to eat less, not more, and more, and more, and more. It smells like smells like a fairground here, you know, with like the hot dogs and the onions on the go. All done. All I've got to do is add the hot chilli sauce, which doesn't need warming up because it's blow your head off hot anyway. Cool, that's enough of that lot. Ooh-wee. Wow. Oh, spicy. Oh, very nice though I do say it myself. Very nice. Right, I won't let you watch me gorge myself on this. I'll get back to it when it's all gone. I did it. I survived. Just about. That was hot. It's like purgatory in my mouth. Oh my goodness me. Anyway, it's what I'll do now, excuse me. It's because the place is a bit of a state round with the gear all cluttered around. So I'll have a tidy up. There's lights going pretty fast now. So I'll have a good tidy round and just have the stuff that I need throughout the night immediately by my side. Light the candle in a bit. I always look forward to doing that. And yeah, so just tidy up and I'll go and wash this out. Listen to the deer. I don't think they're too far away. What a magical sound. Don't you just love it? I'll walk towards camp and see if we can see it. I've lit the candle lantern and just see it from here. I'm all packed away now. Everything's tidy. How homely is that? Lovely. I'll get my pack down from off the tree and I'll put it down by the side of me. There's a ton of room there for the backpack. Put it in there. It's like a fine mist now in the woods. I've just taken the last, what, half an hour or so just to relax and take it all in. Make the most of every camp that I do, as we all do, as we all should do. Treat everyone as if it's going to be your last camp. You never know, do you? Not being miserable or anything, of course, but you should treat every camp that you do as if it's your last. That applies to life, I suppose. Treat every day as if it's your last one on Earth. Be grateful and do the best with what you got. Try and help others as much as you can. Treat people how you'd like to be treated by them. That's what I believe anyway. Right, I'm going to have to stop filming now because out here 'cause it's just getting too dark. So the next time you'll see me, I shall be in the bivvy bag, hopefully. Right, I'm in the bivvy, as you can see. My head's sticking out because I'm so warm. Still got my hat on, and I can see the stars between the trees and the branches. It's lovely. It's a very clear night, but hopefully it'll be overcast tonight, and I get some rain that was forecast. Because I always look forward to rain under the tarp or under a tent. In a tent, so yeah, it's great. Thoroughly enjoyed today. Hope you've enjoyed as well, enjoyed watching. It's been nice having you along, and I'm going to say good night now, and I'll see you in the morning, all being well. So good night then, take care, see you in the morning. Morning. It's been a really good night. I've been too warm, if anything. It's been very mild. There was one shower that I remember too throughout the night. That wasn't for too long, so it's pretty dry out there. And I'm going to get up now and get myself a nice hot drink. Candle lantern did a fine job, as always. So yeah, it's time to get up now anyway. And I think I'll do myself a nice hot chocolate. Very fine drizzle this morning. The weather's a little bit worse today than it was yesterday. I'm going to pack all my gear away now, pack everything away. Shouldn't take too long. It's only a tarp, isn't it, and a few bits and bobs, and I can set off back, and then I've got to shoot off down to Coventry to be with a better half, so I look forward to that. Right, let's finish this off then, and get into gear. Didn't take too long. Everything's packed away now. This is where the tarp's been. Just down there. Leave no trace, and it's ready for the next time. Well, that's 2018 out of the way. That's the final camp of 2018 done. I've had a great time with the configuration. I like the little secondary ridge line that I put in for holding the candle lantern. It was adjustable up and down and away from you and towards you. So yeah, I think that worked particularly well with that setup. So I'm chuffed with that. Had a brilliant time. I'd like to thank you all for watching, subscribing, and your brilliant comments as always. I love chatting with you all. It's been a really good time, 2018 as for wild camping and for many other things. So yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and I wish you all the very best for 2019, and yeah, Happy New Year. So it's Black Country Woodsman, over and out until next time. See ya.